Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Berseria. I am Drunken Dan. Last time I talked about some of the D&D stuff. Not D&D, Pathfinder. Derp! And, we played a bit. We saw that, our good old Wind Buddy is, drinking something that involves love. And we need to go up there to see a dragon. After all these cutscenes... Actually, no, it takes a little bit to get up there. So I think I can briefly talk about Galvin's tattoo thing. So, I mentioned before... Oh, never mind. I lied.
Hey there. Our meeting like this must be Providence, meow.
We're in a hurry. Save it, cats.
All the better, meow. I've just stumbled upon a perfectly nifty piece of stone just for you. What's it for? That's not a geoboard, is it? Bingo! I dug it out of some ruins, meow. They were made by Norman Meowny years ago for surfing along Earth pulses, but I can't use it, so I figured I'd pawn it off on someone else who could, meow.
Wait, Norman made this? That doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
Don't be so mean! We're capable of exceptional things! Sometimes. When a Norman speaks their own name, the board springs to life and whisks its masters away at top speed. They'll even plow right through weak demons. You can say it's our masterwork, even if we sorta stumbled on it by accident.
Huh. Well, then I apologize.
So we can ride this as long as we have Bienfu with us, right?
Well, kind of.
Do you have to use your true name to activate it?
Not my true name, no. My Norman name. Wouldn't that just be Bienfu?
No. Norman have a separate name that goes something like Norman so-and-so. It's almost more a title than a name. Often the name has something to do with what they're good at. Something like attack, or chain, or aqua.
Right. You could say names like Bienfu and Grimoire are more like stage names. I actually don't know Bienfu's Norman name, but I can't wait to find out. What is your name, Bienfu?
Come on, out with it. We're in a hurry.
Norman Brave. Whoa, look
Brave.
at that!
Wait, Bienfu.
Your Norman name is Brave? That is so deliciously absurd!
Why do you think I never told you before, At least the board works, meow.
And if we get on this board, it'll move us around?
Well, about that. The board propels itself by pushing against Earth pulse flows. To do that, the board needs information on the flows. But this one here's a completely blank slate, meow. First, you need to find the geotrees in each area. They serve as a conduit between the surface land and the Earth pulses, meow. Once you've actually located a geotree, you can record that area's Earth pulse data into your geoboard, meow.
Got it.
This area's geotree is right over there, meow.
All right then. So long as we find more geotrees, we'll be able to use the geoboard to travel much more quickly.
Geodude! So yeah, now we have the geoboard, which, you know exactly what I'm gonna say. If you've known me long enough, every time there's a board that, let's say, levitates. We all know where this is going. I don't wanna start a war, I just want a hoverboard.
Well, that's going to come in handy.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun to ride, too.
I could get used to this.
I'm so worn out. I feel like I had to sprint the whole way here.
Huh. Seems like operating the board saps a lot of energy from Bienfu.
Even still, this board gives us a strategic advantage. Brave here will just have to bear a little exertion now and then.
Yeah, Brave. Buck up.
I believe in you. Be brave. Ah! Stop calling me that!
Ah, poor bastard. Alright, this thing doesn't control the best, I'm gonna be honest. But, oh shit. What was I gonna say? Oh, the tattoos! So, Galvin's new tattoo. So I mentioned before it turns blue, right? I'm pretty sure I did. I hope I did. Okay, let's get off of this thing. Wait, where's this thing? Oh, it'll just take me here. So, Galvin's tattoo turns blue, and what we learned from the DM, and, well, the Galvin's player, and then he told me about this. So, the blue tattoo is typically only given to the chief of the tribe, or king of the tribe, or however you want to say it. I think he said king when he told me. And it's given to him via a ritual. There have never been two people with blue tattoos in the history of the tribe, and there has never been a black blood with them. If you remember, Galvin's black blood. So, Galvin didn't really go through any kind of ritual, at least that we saw, which means whatever tribes he's for, or like whatever spirits his tribe has, decided to give it to him. Now, this means one of a few things for Galvin. It means A, that he could have been, how was it? He could have either A, that could mean either A, there's going to be an issue with the current king, which may or may not happen, or it could just mean he's now in line for the throne if the king dies, which, you know, may or may not cause problems if the king's still alive. And I can think you can see the other one, the king could be dead, because that's always a possibility that he's dead. But what this means is, this could also mean something else that we don't know, but those are some of the options. But this could mean the king is dead, could mean issues in the future with said king. Now, at first, I was thinking about it, because this basically means that there's a good chance that if his character's king, that means my character's queen. Now, at first, I was like, wait, would the tribe allow her to wed him then, because she's Chelish? And, at first, we were like, oh, they might not, and then he was saying, like, oh, Galvin would excommunicate himself first, which would fuck him up, because of the whole identity issue he has. Not identity issue, but the fact that he identifies himself with being part of the tribe a lot. But we thought about it, and not with the DM, just me and him talking. There's a good chance that so there's a chance that he has a scry on him, where some of the shamans from his tribe keep tabs on him, since he was basically a wayward child. He was like on the verge of, we might have to kill this one. But so we thought about it, and Melita not only has brought him to being, you know, actually influenced him to become good. She respect the tribe's tradition, like, you know, whole rule enough with the whole has to prove he's good in order to take a wife thing, to where she's willing to wait. She was actually, because of the whole issue with her blood parents, the man who raised her, Hemlock, is Shwanti, which is, the Axe tribe is a Shwanti tribe. So even though she's Chelish, she was basically taken in by a Shwanti man. She respects their traditions. She also, through Galvin's training, learned how to use all of the weapons in the Shwanti category. So she can use a multitude of weapons from their style, and she learned it in a week, which is kind of ridiculous. We were talking about, Ryan, Galvin's player, were talking about that and how ridiculous it is that she picked it up that quick. So she got all that, and not only did she make Galvin good, she made him good enough to where the tribal spirits decided to give him blue tattoos. So we actually thought about it. We're like, actually, the shamans would more likely, even if they debated with it, they would throw everything out the window with, but she made the wayward son good enough to where the spirits favor him. So they would probably welcome her with open arms and be like, wedding? What wedding? As soon as she walks in, you're already married! And that was it.
so deadly. And just check out how much malevolence it's putting out.
Which means it's not a Therian.
Let's retreat. We've got no reason to pick a fight with something we can't handle.
I do.
Oh, you're up for it?
What? What are you doing? She's right. Fighting this creature is a good way to end up dead. Oh, sorry.
Rip us!
No turning back now.
Well,
Damn it, this wasn't part of the plan.
Yeah, but training like this doesn't come around every day.
Be on your guard. One wrong move and you're done for.
I know, that's the fun part.
ah, fuck. Oh, fuck. All my... I have, like, no attacks now. Oh my god. This has gone to tits. Oh my god, I can't even hit him. This is not going good. Oh my god. Hey. Oh, cool. At least I can do this.
Yep. This one definitely puts up a better fight than your average demon.
Is there any hope of actually defeating this thing?
I'll do whatever it takes. That's my way.
Well.
Yeah. I see you're out for blood, as usual. You knew, didn't you, Eisen? Out of my way.
What? Are you protecting the dragon?
She's not a dragon!
Huh?
What?
Back off, or I'll make you back off.
Well. There goes that whole idea, you idiot.
Damn, it got away. That hurts, babe. Here we hadn't seen each other in so long. Hold it. Is that dragon someone you knew? I told you, she's not a dragon.
That's not what the subtitles say.
So, it seems old Check Out My Pecs and the dragon have some kind of close ties.
Did I hear you right? We're talking about a dragon here.
I know what I said.
But how could that be?
When Malachim are tainted by malevolence, a dragon is what ultimately results.
So you're saying that dragon was a Malak Zavid once knew?
She must be who he was praying for back in town.
Yeah, most likely.
But do Malachim put out malevolence like humans do?
No, not by themselves they don't. But if one remains in contact with humans or demons who do, it will eventually taint her, and she will become a dragon.
What about you, kiddo? You feel anything weird after you got thrown into the Earth Pulse at the Empyrean's throne?
I did, yeah.
Can't say I'm surprised. The air there was thick with malevolence being sent on its way to Enominat.
If I'd stayed there, I might be a dragon too.
Is having a vessel not enough to prevent a Malak from transforming?
A vessel can reduce the effect, but not eliminate it. By stripping their Malachim of consciousness, the Abbey exorcists seem to be able to inhibit the transformation. But nothing in this world is guaranteed.
Can a dragon ever be changed back into a Moloch?
Nope. Just like with demons, there's no going back. Do they still hold on to some part of who they were?
You saw that dragon. What do you think?
Well, that's...
But Zavid still won't kill it. Must be his creed at work.
Eisen, listen. Whatever business you and Zavid have with that dragon, I don't care. Do what you have to. But I won't tolerate you getting the rest of us involved in it again. Do I make myself clear?
You've got it.
Good. Now, let's get back to the Therian hunt. We'll regroup in Titania.
If what Eisen said is true, then could I wind up as a dragon someday? Or Eisen too? I don't know.
Oof. Can I, Okay, I can go back to Logres. That's nice. That'll save some time. But, Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I can't hoverboard here. I don't know where the tree is. Alright. Just gotta walk to Zexen, and then we're going to... Is that how... Oh, wait, hold on. What am I doing? Did I say it right? Zexen, yes. But yeah, so that's the end of tabletop stuff, because it was a really short thing, but I was running out of time, and that would have went over time. I feel like it might have. I don't know. But, so, what do I want to talk about now? I guess I'll just talk about some RPG shit. Just RPGs. So, I mentioned before that there was a time period where I didn't play RPGs because I felt like, I didn't like turn-based combat, which later, I talked about that. So I kind of want to talk about some of my favorite ones, I guess. Now, there's no secret, because I've mentioned it a number of times, one of my favorites is Breath of Fire 3. Which one of these days I want to go back to Breath of Fire 3. But I don't know when I'll be able to. And I'm not sure if I want to start from the beginning, or if I want to start right off where I was. I feel like it might be a good idea for the sake of the LP series as a whole, just rewinding back the clock completely, and just starting the LP that way. But, I also feel like it might be a good idea to even do that as a co-op video series. So I might do that with Train again, since Train is also the one who can, tell me where things are. Okay, never mind.
Keeping tight circles. Oh, perfect timing, Eisen. I's got a letter for you.
A letter?
Did you get a reply to that letter you sent? What's it say? What's it say?
I know everything that you've done. Repent for your horrendous deeds, you monster.
What did you do, Eisen?
No idea. There's no sender written on here either.
Who would write something so awful?
Who cares? If I gave a damn about other people's feelings, I wouldn't be a pirate.
I suppose that's true.
Forget about it. What's the status of the other stuff?
The Palmier made it just fine. But we've run into some troubles finding the Nordals. My deepest apologies.
What are Nordals?
Nordals used to be given out by Empyrean temples. If you collect a set of 4, you find happiness. Oh, so they say. Nowadays, there's only 4 left. Red, blue, green, and black. Even worse, nobody hardly knows nothing about them.
Dolls of the Empyreans. Do you think they're like that one we saw of Aminoch in that shop in Isolt?
Kind of. But these are less gloomy looking and more, how can I describe it?
Something like a quiet radiance?
A quiet radiance. That's perfect!
I think I get it.
I'd never have pegged you as a collector of religious claptrap, Eisen. Think they'll help keep the Reaper away?
Probably not. But in the off chance they actually work, they'll keep her safe.
Hey, that letter Eisen sent off earlier was addressed to a woman, wasn't it?
Our little Laffy set is growing up.
No, I wasn't implying she was his girlfriend. Her writing just seemed more mature, and...
It's nothing like that. She's my younger sister.
I didn't know you had a sister.
She's the only family I have left. She and I live apart for various reasons.
I'm guessing your death curse is one of them, huh?
Loggy-Loo!
So that's why. I'd be happy to help you look for those dolls, Eisen.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay then. Thanks.
Oh, here it comes.
Rick and the other crew members get into a serious fight over whether cats or dogs were better. I don't get what the big deal is.
I can't believe you could say such a thing! No conflict is more perilous than the one that has dogged mankind since the dawn of civilization!
Get out.
In the shadow of every war are the battles of dog lovers and cat lovers. Between each side lies a divide, maybe not all that deep, but unbridgeable all the same. I'd say we're lucky that the squabble you saw didn't escalate into anything more serious.
I had no idea it was such a big deal. So what side do all of you fall on?
I am, without a doubt, a cat person. Cats and witches have a long history together.
Personally, I prefer dogs because they can cohabit with humans while following rules. But I like cats too, because they're cute.
What about you, Rokuro?
Shigure liked cats, so I don't. But I like dogs even less. Always wagging their tails for their masters.
I feel the same way. Dogs will trade anything for food. Learning tricks, wagging their tails, getting friendly, and in time, even forgetting to howl.
I think that's too cynical. Dogs make efforts to please humans so that we can live together. They're friendly and compassionate creatures.
Then does that make you a cat person, Aizen?
Actually, I like squirrels best. When I lived with my sister, the nearby forest had lots of nice, fluffy squirrels that would let me pet them.
This isn't about squirrels. It's about cats and dogs. You have to pick a side.
If I had to choose, yeah, it'd be cats. There's something lovable about the way they act, especially when you spoil them. Reminds me a lot of my sister.
What about you, Velvet? Cats or dogs?
Dogs. They don't betray you.
You always have to be so serious, don't you?
So Velvet and Eleanor like dogs, while Magilu and Aizen prefer cats.
And Rokuro doesn't care for either one. That makes you our tiebreaker, kiddo. The fate of this showdown is in your hands.
It is?
Now that you're no longer the Abbey's dog, perhaps you're thinking of being one for Velvet's column?
What has that got to do with anything? We're just talking about which animal we like.
If you're getting so angry over this, he's going to have no choice but to pick dogs.
I just told you.
No more fighting! This is clearly getting out of hand. So why don't you all agree that you're Bienfu people and make up already?
And what makes you special enough to have Bienfu people?
Because I can be loyal like a dog, but also do my own thing like a cat. If you pick me, everybody wins. I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, there's one of those in every Tales game, the cat and dog debate. It just happens in every single one of them. And, it's great. Oh, me? Yes. Which do I prefer? Yes. I mean, I have cats, but I've also had dogs. I like them both. I like cats and I like dogs. They're great. I love them. I love my kitties, and I love the dogs I had when I was a kid. And honestly, I wouldn't mind having dogs again at some point. I wouldn't mind having both. Yeah, I know what you're saying. You have to pick a side. Well, fuck you, because I can't. They're both good. I'm not being a middling man. That's just how I feel. Fight me. Oh yeah, RPG. So yeah, Breath of Fire is one I really like. I might do that at some point. I actually recommend 3 if you're gonna start any of those games. Play 3, then play 4, and then play 2, and then play 1. That's not chronological order. That's just order of quality, I think. Get the fan translation of 2, by the way.
Much to take on, even for the Reaper. You should get some rest.
We all should. I'll just get the crew started on readying the ship for our next departure.
All right, you go do that. Laphicet, you should get some rest too.
I'm fine. It's more important that I focus on finding an actual Therian this time. I'm going to take another try at sensing the Earth Pulse points.
But, oh.
You're as stubborn as ever, Fee.
Oh yeah, I gotta get this out. Yeah, oh yeah, so yeah, if you can find the fan translation, I'd recommend that. I don't know how easy it'll be to find nowadays, because it was an SNES, ROM hack. And I just said it like that, and ROMs are a little harder to find nowadays, thanks to fucking Nintendo. Thanks, bitch. I know they sued, I know me and Train mentioned it in one of the videos that they sued that one family because they had an emulation site. You know, I've said it before, but seriously, Nintendo, just make your games easy to fucking buy, you fucking clods. For fuck's sake. Also, there's a lot of games you just can't play anymore because of this, so that's always fun. Thanks, Nintendo. You useless packs of shit. Okay, so I gotta go there. So, I gotta get through basement 1. Okay, basement 1 is if I go... Okay. I still hate that. Some other RPGs, I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head. There's some of the usual suspects you'd think of, like the Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger. I like them both. Okay, Cross is maybe a little more controversial because some people don't like that game, but I like it. Let's see. Obviously, I like Persona 4, and I like 5. I do like 2. Never played 1. Don't really like 3. I don't know, I felt like this, so 3 tried to touch on a lot of heavier themes, and I feel like it didn't do it the best. Like, a lot of times it came off as if it was trying too hard to be dark, rather than, you know, kind of like seamlessly doing it. Like, 5 touches on a lot of the subjects that 3 attempted at one point, but I feel like it does it a little better. I think it also didn't help that I was laughing at the whole point the gun at the head and pull your trigger, and now you have a persona. I thought I was gonna say dead, but, you know. And I didn't really like its soundtrack as much, even though I'm going to have the dancing game with 5s. Because I bought the dancing series of games when there was an Amazon glitch, so I didn't pay full price. And let's lower the critical rate, fine. Better for consistent damage. But, so I'm getting all 3 of them. And I haven't played 4's dancing game, so I'm looking forward to that. Because this is the only way to get it, too, which is kind of dumb. But, yeah, so dancing all night, I know, I mentioned that. 5 is probably my favorite of them, out of, I mean, I haven't played 4 in a long time, so maybe if I replay it, I might change my mind. Even though Chie is still my favorite character in the series, and probably one of my favorite video game characters in general. Now... Okay, so I mentioned that. So... trying to think of other RPGs off the top of my head. When it comes to Final Fantasy, I'm a little bit mixed on certain games. I'll be honest, in terms of Square's flagship series, I'm very mixed on it. I don't think it's that great of a series as a whole. I like, let's see here, I like 6. Never really played any of the ones before 6, to be honest, I don't think. 7 I think is okay. 8's kind of a guilty pleasure, because I know it's got a lot of problems, but I still enjoy it. 9's really good. I've made fun of 10 enough times. I'm not even going to bother mentioning 10. I'll just say I don't really like it and keep it at that. I already mentioned my thing with 10 too, I think, in one of these videos. I like 11 or 12, whichever one wasn't the MMO. I don't like 13. Though I do own a figure of Vanille.
You hear me?
I hear you. I just...
I do own a Vanille figure because I do like her design. There's not really anyone else from there that I like. I would have bought... I would have bought, Lightning, probably this was a few years ago, and they didn't make all those games and make the game... And it wasn't with the fact that when I see Lightning, I think of... It's the developer's waifu. So, you know, there's just that baggage with it. And then I haven't played any of the other Final Fantasy games, so I can't talk about them. I haven't played 15, but I know a lot of Final Fantasy fans don't like it. And I've heard a lot of bad things about its story. So, I don't really know. Can I make a side note? What is it with Final Fantasy games and their voice acting always being bad? What is it with that? They never sound good. Like, they just sound unnatural. But, anyway, let's just trigger this damn
I
cutscene.
told everyone I could find the Therians, but I've only sent us to the wrong places. Aizen, is there any way to boost Amalok's powers?
I guess it's okay for me to tell you this. The majority of Malakim today have their consciousnesses sealed away to be used as mere tools for the exorcists. But originally, Malakim were beings who received prayers from people, and in return bestowed their blessings upon nature and mankind.
So you're saying that when humans pray to Amalok, the Malak receives great strength?
Yes. In general, at least. Some Malakim, like me, buck the system and bring about misfortune rather than divine grace.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But who would ever pray to me?
Maybe you didn't lead us to any Therians, Fee, but it's not like we came back empty-handed. We found Orichalcum to use against Shigure, and we also learned we can hold our own against a dragon.
Velvet.
So where should we go next, Fee?
Northgand! There's a big Earth Pulse point north of Helavis!
Works for me. Aizen?
We can leave whenever you want. Doesn't matter to me.
And I'm all set. Let's make our way to the harbor.
When I say prayers, I don't mean outright worshipping. All I'm talking about are earnest thoughts and feelings directed at you.
I see. So I'm already receiving prayers then.
Yeah, pretty much, kid. Can I... Let me do it! Damn it! Don't be a bitch! Let me teleport! Come on! Come on! How dare you! I'll kill you! Alright, okay, more on RPGs. I do like Kingdom Hearts. I've played only a handful of them, though. I played 1, 2, Birth by Sleep. That's it. I should buy that Story So Far game so I can play some of the other ones. And also so I can get re-caught up with some of the games, but, 'cause, I mean, I do want to play 3 when it comes out. Or actually, no, I probably won't play when it comes out because, I'm getting Tales of Vesperia, and I'm gonna be playing that a lot, so I'll probably get Kingdom Hearts a little bit later. But, let me think, where's some other RPGs? As I kind of look over to my RPG collection. Oh yeah, I never really finished Romancing Saga, did I? I'm a fan of the Tales games, clearly. Though I'm a little bit more green on Tales than I am some of the other franchises. Though, my experience with Tales has overall been pretty good, other than that one game for PS2. That apparently a lot of people in the Tales community don't like. I always forget its name, though. Kid's got white hair. Doesn't have multiplayer, I think. Yeah, I can't really see my RPGs from here very well. I did play Final Fantasy Type 0, and the gameplay of that game is really fun, but, the story is crap. I've mentioned that before. But, alright, let's get the hell out of here. Oh, that's just where everybody's just kind of hanging out. Just gonna steal all her shit. Yeah, that poor kid. That poor fucking kid got turned into a demon by the fucking Abbey. That's fucked. I like that while your characters aren't exactly good guys, they do shit to make you root for them and make them likable. It's really hard, and that's really hard to pull off. You know, I'll just switch the conversation to this because I can't. I'm brain farting on RPGs right now. I should have actually prepared for it. I actually thought I was going to be talking about the tattoo thing a little bit longer. But yeah, it's hard to make a cast of characters who are fairly morally gray or even possibly evil and make them likable. It's really hard to do. Though this game managed to do it. I went the wrong fucking way, didn't I? Oh wait, no, I'm going the right way. 'Cause like, okay, my favorite example of a show of assholes that's just bad, in my opinion, is Code Geass. So Code Geass is like that. It's the, you know, almost everybody is evil. people are kind of dicks. One of those kind of stories. But it's not very good. It's really kind of shit. And the characters are just kind of assholes for the sake of being assholes. And, God, I could just go on about that one. Hell, there's even the fact that the one lesbian character is treated as a creepy girl. You know, the one who masturbates on the table. And that's kind of problematic, but, there's also the whole table scene in general with her, and just a lot of shit in that show. It's much to unpack.
Whoa! Awesome!
I swear, the second he has a spare moment, he buries himself in his books.
Knowledge opens up bigger worlds. I imagine that back when Teresa was bossing him around, reading was a fun escape, an adventure in and of itself.
What's up, you guys?
You're reading a pretty hard book there, aren't you?
This? It's about dinosaurs. It says that long before humans were around, these huge creatures ruled the world. There are so many different kinds, like tyrannosaurs and triceratops and brachiosaurs. They're all so cool.
They look like dragons to me.
They look similar, but dinosaurs couldn't live inside volcanoes, and they didn't do well in the cold either. But they were crazy huge and strong. Nothing else could even compete with them.
I bet they would have made for great sparring partners. I think this Gigantospinosaurus might be my favorite.
Those two huge points jutting out from both sides of its body make it look just like you and your two swords.
Actually, it's also known as the dual-bladed dragon.
Wow, that really does sound like a perfect match for me then.
Okay, so if they weren't dragons, what were they?
They look a lot like lizards.
Maybe they're like my ancestors or something. But you used to be a human. Damn, I think I might have gotten a bit too used to this new body of mine.
I wonder if their tails can fall off too.
Listen, Dials didn't fall off, it was cut off. Bit of a difference. Oh, let's do another one. Let's just do another one. Fuck it.
Did you ever figure out if that bug was a stag or a rhinoceros beetle?
Actually, I still haven't really looked into it.
Why not? Weren't Rokuro and Aizen pretty curious to find out too?
They're why I haven't. They both have really strong opinions, and they both make a believable argument. And if I determined it was a new kind of beetle entirely, my decision would change the very course of their fates.
Their fates? I think you're exaggerating things.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
We're still hashing out what that Rhinostagros really is. Kiddo here's holding off on his final decision because he's worried about how you'll take it.
You're both adults. Can't one of you just give in so we can move on?
It's a rhinoceros beetle. Down on that.
No, it's a stag beetle.
Why not just take off the pointy bits? Then we can all agree it's just a plain old beetle. Simple.
Sounds good to me.
Don't even joke about that. If you took away my swords, I wouldn't have anything left. Same thing goes for a stag beetle and its pincers.
And taking away a rhinoceros beetle's horns is disrespectful to its way of life, and to even suggest it is just plain wrong. No, if we're going to argue it out over this, we need to exhaust every possible angle before coming to a conclusion. It's the right thing to do.
Madam Eleanor! Here's that field guide to rare insects of Midgand you wanted me to get you.
Thanks, Bienfu. Surely this book will have something about that bug. Yeah, here it is. This beetle's real name is... Argonathocrassus, the thick-jawed beetle.
It's named for its jaws? That must make it a stag...
It's a drone beetle. The field guide says it's a really rare variety, too. I guess that's that.
No, you're wrong. It's a brand new species. I call it the Laphicet Rhinostagros. That's my decision, and I'm not backing down.
He's like, fuck you. I thought I got something new. He's a kid. He's a little kid. Like I've said 1,000 times, I love these idiots. And I'm on the wrong dock. Mother? Fucker. I went the wrong way. Motherfucker. Oh, well, whatever. I got to look at those stupid cutscenes. Oh, wait! We don't wanna start. I'll stop myself. I'll stop. I don't wanna fight a war. I just wanna have a bird. Well. Okay, But yeah, I guess that's the end of that little conversation and tangent. I did play a lot of Pokemon when I was little. Like, I really liked, my first one was Pokemon Yellow. Which I don't own the cart anymore of that. I still own the Game Boy, though. Because I had the Pikachu Game Boy. But I ended up selling the yellow copy back in college, because at the time I needed money. One day I might rebuy it just to have it. Oh, cutscene.
Our next target is north of Helives, near the Faldes ruins. In light of everything we know, I'd say it's highly likely we'll find a Therian there.
Let's hope.
Then we should make our first stop, Port Helives.
With the, mischief we got into last time, getting into the city might prove difficult.
Benwick, how are things in Helives right now?
That shipping guild that used to handle our mooring is pretty much toast. But for some reason, the Abbey isn't watching the port as much as they once were. Unfamiliar ships have been hauling in relief supplies, so if we pose as one of the transport ships, I think we can slip in. And if we divert some supplies to an unofficial channel, we might be able to secure a new mooring partner.
Smuggling in relief supplies for our own disaster. Cheeky bastards, aren't we?
It's what'll get us in.
That much is true. It's a plan.
Roger. I'll get right on it.
Hey, Eleanor. Abbey exorcists don't pray to their tethered Malakim, do they?
You mean something besides our oaths?
An oath is a magical formula that grants you power in exchange for binding you to a rule, right?
Yes, though that is simplifying it a bit.
When Malakim receive human prayers, they bestow their blessings upon people and nature. Eisen told me that we Malakim grow stronger when humans pray to us.
Prayers and blessings? I've never heard of that. I used to think the same way as the other exorcists. Malakim are merely tools that allow us the use of arts.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
But Inominat is different. The exorcists all worship him. They have faith in his mighty power. And not only that, the people of this nation pray to the Empyrean for salvation, just as Artorias instructs them.
Ah, I get it now.
See the wheels turning, do you, kiddo?
Huh?
Artorias founded the Abbey within the existing Church of the Empyreans, so that he could direct the people's thoughts towards Inominat, so that even while they lionize Artorias as their savior, they are made aware of Inominat's presence behind him.
Everyone starts believing in Inominat. The prayers of the entire world go to him, becoming his power.
After the centuries-long decline of Empyrean worship, he becomes stronger than anyone today could imagine.
The pieces do fit. Oaths, prayers, blessings, the demon blight. So much in this world is affected by matters of the heart. They hold magical power, both effective and meddlesome.
We are truly going up against the rest of the entire world, aren't we?
Don't look so troubled, Eleanor. I'm gonna do my best to get stronger, so believe in me. I am a Moloch, after all.
Oh, Laffy said, you've become so brave so quickly.
Have I?
But you're still cute when you get embarrassed.
Hey, why's your face so red?
Huh? My face isn't red.
He's got glasses now.
Hey, Eisen. What's it feel like to get a letter?
I don't feel anything, nor do I want or need to. There's no joy in receiving these things.
Huh? Why not?
Don't be so shocked. Look, it's just an invoice from the Turtles. What's the big deal anyway? Do you wish you get letters too?
Yeah. But I don't have anyone to send letters to. Let alone anyone who would send me any.
Laffy said, I've got a letter for you.
What? Really? Who could it be from? The sender is... Bienfu?
Yep. You got a letter from yours truly. I figured you'd be wanting
I'll even read it for you. Dear Moloch Laphicet, I hope that this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. Thankfully, I'm doing well myself, with no major changes to report.
Bienfu's taking all this so seriously. It's so rare to actually see him like this.
As you're aware, I've been spending my days ironing Magilu's outfits, sewing her buttons, and washing her hat and tremendously long socks. Recently, however, I made the mistake of remarking to her that she might not have been quite as slender as she once was in her younger years. She hung me upside down from the roof in the middle of the cold. I nearly became a frozen Normansicle. It was so horrible that I couldn't stop my tears from flowing down my little cheeks.
Oh my god.
There's the Bienfu we know and love.
But all you wrote about in that letter was yourself. And you even read it out loud yourself.
That's okay. Thanks, Bienfu. It feels nice to get a letter.
That's so kind of you to say. I think I might cry again.
Fucking idiot. Fucking idiots. Oh, Lord almighty. Okay, there's at least one more of these. We'll get the hell of these, then I think we'll stop for today.
With that much trade, I doubt anyone will suspect us.
Any idea who can give us cover for docking?
Not anyone in particular, but recently the power and influence of the Hellevies Fishermen's Guild has caught my eye.
The Fishermen's Guild, huh? Let's bring them some extra relief supplies. Fuel, drink, and as for the drink...
12-year-old amber draft. The sailors of Hellevies have an eye for the stuff.
You heard that from Dial, I take it. He's got a sharp eye.
He took a bottle in payments, but I say we turn a blind eye to it. We thought we were the best at this kind of thing, but having him around has been a real eye-opener.
Okay, but tell him if he takes a second, he'll pay for it. Eye for an eye.
Aye, aye. I'll keep an eye on him so that he doesn't sneak off with another bottle.
Fair. Alright, now for another cutscene.
The supplies are loaded. We can make for Hellevies whenever you want.
That was fast.
If we weren't hard workers, we wouldn't be sailors.
Eleanor! Oh, what's wrong, Kamoana?
She said she had a dream about her mom.
When Mommy saw me, she said I looked scary. That she didn't want a scary little girl like me. Your mother would never say that, sweetheart. But how can you be sure? Well, how do I put it? I know because I know. You're just lying to make me feel better.
Oof.
Aw, Kamoana, don't cry.
Oh, this is the part I hate about little kids.
I'm not a little kid. I hate you, Velvet. I hate you.
That's right, let it all out.
Stop it! Stop it! Mommy! I saw my mommy! She didn't want me! She managed to cry herself to sleep.
They're not rational creatures. Sometimes you just gotta let them cry it out.
You seem used to it.
I guess you could say that. Laffy usually kept himself together when he was younger. But when he was really little, he had times like this every now and then. And on that note, let's take off all we can.
My liege, Dial, I leave Kamoana in your care.
I'll do what I can, but kids as sweet and honest as her are harder to deal with than corrupt bureaucrats.
An outlaw prince and a talking lizard are no replacement for a mother.
I mean, not wrong. I like that they aren't really like shying away from it though. I hate it when I stutter and stammer.
I do hope Kamalana isn't crying anymore. Yeah. Shush.
How long is it going to be before you send in another exorcist to replace Lady Teresa?
With these demons clamoring at our gates, none of us feel safe anymore.
You have our deepest sympathies, but we were sent here on a different mission.
That's what the last exorcist who came here said before leaving for the north. What could be up there that's worth all that attention?
Surely we're not all being punished by the Abbey for what happened with Medusa, are we?
That is not the case. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have business to attend to.
So the exorcists are just passing through town and heading straight north. Odd.
Alright. One more cutscene, guys, and then we're end it. Because we're coming on to
Ever since
another
the Calamity
dungeon.
showed up, everything's just gone to pot, I say.
Calamity? What do you mean?
I mean the demon who barged in and made a mess of our fair city. She's a nasty creature of pure evil, with an arm that eats anything that gets in her way.
Haven't you heard of her? The Calamity's been rampaging across the whole kingdom, not just here. Scant few have seen her and survived.
Huh. You don't say.
After the Calamity raised our ships and our port, the shipping guild fell apart, and our trade routes got poached by other ports. It's bad. The town relies on trade to make ends meet.
People are abandoning the city, and our streets are no longer safe. Not to mention the demon blight spreading again. Just the other day, a little kid turned into a demon. Just like that. What a world! What a world!
What have the exorcists been doing during all of this?
Well, Lady Teresa was in charge of this region, but she came up short against the Calamity, and got a fat demotion for her troubles. Several new exorcists have been reassigned here, but once they arrive, they all traipse right off to the ruins up north.
This has to be Medusa's fault. If she hadn't gone and done something so stupid...
Medusa?
That's enough. This isn't something for outsiders to know.
You're right. Sorry. I'm really worried about what's going to come of this town.
It sounds like Hellafeast isn't what it used to be these days.
We need to ask around and find out more about what's going on here.
Agreed. Especially regarding the Abbey and those ruins. I'm also curious about this Medusa woman.
The ruins part makes sense, since the Earth Pulse point might be there. But why do you care who Medusa is?
Just a hunch. Something tells me she's worth looking into.
You're not gonna look into this Calamity chick? She sounds like a real terror.
Yeah, I think I'll pass. I already know plenty about what makes her tick.
But the Calamity!
All right, Madam Eleanor? Don't let those people get you down.
I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. But could you not do that thing where you blow air on me to dry my tears?
All right, I'll just pat your head then.
That won't be necessary either. But really, things are in a terrible state.
The town burned, the guild ruined, the abbey all but gone. It won't be a functioning port for some time.
You can't fault them for being upset. They had it real good here until we came along. Those Hellavesians were like spoiled children.
How so?
Eloise was once a tiny fishing village. The bountiful northern seas provided plenty enough fish to sustain their trade. But Flamestone gave them an easy way to get rich. Once they got a taste, they abandoned their old craft.
And now they're paying the price. But I've heard that the cooling temperature has covered half the northern sea in ice drift, making fishing much more difficult.
But the drifting ice carries tiny organisms, enriching the waters where it melts. The fish should be more plentiful than ever.
I suppose you may have a point.
We're ones to talk after what we did, but taking the easy path, then complaining as soon as it gets hard, that seems...
Spoiled, yes.
You said it, Laphicet.
I think my appetite's getting a little overindulgent, too.
That's not a bad thing. Just means you're healthy.
Giant squid come to these waters in this season. Should I ask Benwick to fish some up?
Yeah, and some normal octopuses, too. This calamity is us, isn't it?
Well, we've been waging war with the Abbey everywhere we go, and now we're about to take it to a new level.
If we pull the next Therian off of the Earth Pulse point, it'll likely be Kamoana's village all over again.
The same devastation?
Ooh. I wonder if there's something worse than calamity that they can call us.
This is no laughing matter.
People turn into demons in part due to their own malevolence. It's not like they're entirely innocent. But if there's someone out there who's being forced to act as Inominat's mouth, like Kamoana was, isn't saving them the right thing to do?
I cannot argue with that, but...
You don't have to worry. I'm the one who will devour the barrier. And I'm the one who will do what needs to be done.
Huh. She'll take the burden. Alright, we're gonna... No, we'll trigger this one last dialogue thing, and then I'm going to use the quick save feature. Because it's getting late. Also, I gotta bring the trash cans in. It's windy where I am right now.
Ground trade to a halt. But people are slowly starting to fish again.
Are you a fisherman, too?
This town got swept up in the recent trade boom. But back when I was a young lad, this was a fishing port through and through. Ever since the shipping guild took over the docks, all of us fishermen got muscled out. Making this a commercial port has helped the town grow. But a lot of people weren't so happy with the guild.
It's too bad everyone couldn't just work together.
Once money gets involved, people change. That's true no matter what age you live in. The people know it's the ones making the money who lead the charge. But we follow anyway. It's human nature. I hope everyone changes their minds once we start rebuilding. But who knows what will happen.
Okay. But yeah, like I said, I was leaning a little bit away. But, yeah, I think we'll end it here. Sorry there wasn't a lot of combat in this episode, and not as much talking, but that seems to happen a lot. I've noticed that when I record these, the first video is a lot more talking and me explaining shit, or usually talking about, like, my Pathfinder shit, and then the second episode ends up being more cutscene heavy. Anywho, guys, I hope you enjoyed Tales of Berseria, and I'll see you next week. Have a good day.
Suona, caschi suona, canto in missa, se